Guys, only 28 are there, so we can wait for 5 more minutes, okay, for your friends. The count is very less. It's not met half of.
Okay.
Okay, ba.
Hello, sir. Hello.
We can start the session, pa. Okay. Once again, good evening. So today we are going to discuss something about TCS. Okay, TCS related questions we are going to discuss today. Before that, I am Dhanlakshmi from FACE. I know you all well know about FACE, so we can directly go into the topic. I hope my screen is visible to you, isn't it, guys? Whether my screen is visible to you or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you, Pa. So, as I said earlier, today we are going to discuss about TCS Digital English. Okay. So, what to expect in TCS Digital English? So, they are cross passage, parajumbles, vocabulary, contextual and direct, synonyms, antonyms, phrasal verbs, error spotting or sentence correction, prepositions, tenses, sentence completion. Okay. So, before getting into these topics, one thing I have to make you sure we are going to cover questions from most of the important topics. Are listed here. I think some of your mic is unmuted. Yeah, anything you want to share, guys? Guys, some of your mic is unmuted. Yeah, I hope now it's clear. So, we are going to cover questions from most of the important topics. However, be prepared for new topics too. But verbal English is a finite universe. Okay. Remember that this section is going to be easy and high scoring. Sorry. While we will not touch upon all the topics in detail from scratch, okay? We will not touch upon all topics in detail from scratch. This brush through will help you. And one thing I just like to say you, if you are good at English or bad at English, no problem. English is just a language, okay? If you are good, keep going. If you are not, try to practice. Definitely you will learn. Okay. So today is a right day to make practice because your placements are, I think so, it's nearer for you. So start practicing from today itself. So it will be easy for you to score up in these topics. So first we are going to know about the cross passage. Okay. Before that, if you have any doubts or any issues in my side or anything, you can directly say to me. Okay. So only I will help you. Or you can just post it in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and speak. Your wish. So the first one is cross passage. The direction, you should read the direction, okay? It's very much important because it will help you how to approach the question. What is the type of question? The direction only shows you. So in the following passage, some of the words have been left out, each of which is indicated by a number. Find the suitable words from the option given against each number and fill up the blanks with appropriate words to make the paragraph meaningfully complete. So we have to choose the suitable word from the options and we have to put it in the right option, right blank, which is numbered here. Okay. So this is what the direction says. Let us read. Traditional bank architecture is based on bank branches. These branches ensure the physical dash of a customer saving. So, I'm going to see the options. The A is presence, B is security, C is knowledge, D is guarantee, E is confidentiality. Okay. But the answer itself given in the PPT. Okay. The answer is presence. Why? In the sense, first we have to ensure the presence of a customer saving. Okay, there should be a customer saving. After that only we can ensure the security, or we can teach about the knowledge, or we can give guarantee or confidentiality about it. For all these things, there should be a presence. So only the first blank is filled with the word presence. These branches ensure the physical presence of a customer savings. Okay. The second one is a customer may go there to deposit and withdraw money, dash loans. The given options are negotiate, sanction, disburse, credit, advance. Can anyone say why the answer is negotiate? Anyone? Guys? Guys? You can either post it in chat.
Ma'am, can you show the question again?
Yeah. For the second blank.
Because we're talking about customers. Customers cannot sanction loans or credit loans. They can only negotiate it.
Super. Yes. So you can easily say we can eliminate the options of sanction and credit. But what about the option C and E? Okay, let me tell you. Okay. So for that, those words, you have to know the meaning part. If you know the meaning of all the words given in the options, you can easily eliminate and you will choose the right one. The customer, by seeing sanction and credit, we can easily say the customer cannot credit or sanction the loan. And advance loan, we can't get advance loan, right? Disburse is something a payout or spent. Okay. First, there should be a we should get loan. After that, one day we can talk about the payout or spend. So the option C is also eliminated. Negotiate means obtain or bring about a discussion. One, the customer should obtain the loan, or the discussion should be done about the loan. Okay. So the option A is the right one. The next one is a customer may go there to deposit and withdraw money, negotiate loans, and dash in other financial transactions. Okay. So now we see enable, operate, interact, pursue, engage. Why the answer is engage? Anyone? The question is here. Anyone? Anyone? Why the answer is engage? Okay, let me explain you because no one is responding. So the right word to be used here is engage. Okay, even though the other options might sound similar, but we cannot enable in other financial transactions. We the right or the sound of the words doesn't fit in the third option, like enable or operate or interact or pursue. Okay, so the only right word is engage. Here we can't operate in other financial transactions or enable, or we are not pursuing anything. So those options will be eliminated and engage is the right answer. You can also know the good sounds of the word to be placed there. So engage is the right one. The next one is, in the past 2 decades, banking architecture has changed. The automated teller mission has been a big. And I'm going to share you the options. You are going to say the answers, okay? Option A drawback. Option B, luxury. Option C, okay, it's an innovation. Okay. Option D is consequence. So which one will be fit in for blank? Let me repeat my options. Option A, drawback. Option B, innovation. Option C, luxury. Option D, consequence.
Innovation.
Super. Innovation, right? So here, let us check the answer. Yes, innovation is the answer. Here, the ATM is nothing compared to the luxury. Luxury means richness and the desirable item which is expensive or difficult to obtain. But ATM is not like that. Okay. And so we can cancel out that. Consequence. Consequence is nothing but result or effect. But in the paragraph, there is nothing speaks about the result or outcome is ATM. So we can cancel out that option also. Then hurdle. A problem or difficulty that must be overcome. Again, in the paragraph, it doesn't speaks about anything about the hurdle. Then the given answer is ATM. It's not like that. So cancel out the option C. Option D, drawback. We all know ATM is not a drawback. So we can easily cancel out that option. So option E is the right answer. It's innovation, a new idea. It's an ATM. Okay. So the next one is, this is what I said. The right word sounds there. Okay. ATM has been a big innovation. Next one is the last, final one. The bank branch has remained the bedrock of the banking system. After all, a person needs a bank account in branch before he can operate a debit or ATM card. So, can anyone say why the answer is 8? The question is here. The question is here. Can anyone say why the answer is 8? Or why the other options are cancelled? You just explain anyone. Anyone is ready to answer? Okay, let me explain back. So whenever we use until means up to the event mentioned. But in that paragraph, I hope you all read that paragraph. Nothing about the event, nothing they mentioned about the event. So we can just strike out the until. Then even. In paragraphs, even is used, mostly even is used for emphasis. Okay. Emphasis is something, for example, you can take, she doesn't even know his name. Okay. This sentence is nothing but emphasizing. She doesn't even know his name. Okay. But in paragraph, it's nothing like that. Nothing emphasizing is done. So we can just cancel out B. Then C. Alto. You can use although to introduce a subordinate class, okay, which contains a statement which makes the main class of the sentence seem surprising or unexpected. But in the paragraph is nothing like that. The main class is not being surprising or unexpected. There is nothing the statement related to surprising or unexpected. So here it is not a case, so we can check next option, yet. So use it as an adverb to refer to a time which starts in past and continues up to the present. So you see, the branch has remained the bedrock of the banking system. Okay, it's something speaking about the time of past. After all, the person needs a bank account in a branch before he can operate or debit or ATM card. So this is what the variation of time is speaking here. Before there is not account means one case. After he should get an account to access or operate a debit or ATM card. So that's what the answer it is with that. Okay. So after completing all these blanks, you should go one glance. Okay. Whether all the words or the suitable place fit in the suitable place and everything sounds good. If everything is done okay, you just move to the next question. If not, try to solve it. Again, also I'm repeating, if you complete all the blanks, you just go a glance in the paragraphs. If everything seems right, just move on to the next one. Any doubts? And one thing I made sure, the perception of thinking and solving the question in English is differ from person to person. Okay. You may have one perception of a solution. I may have one perception of solution, what I have said now. But the outcome of the answer is right. Okay. What I mean is, I may say 2 plus 3 equal to 5. Your perception of thinking in English is 6 minus 1 is 5. But anyhow, our answer is 5 only. So the perception of choosing options or eliminating options is differ from person to person. But anyhow, our solutions should be, or our answer should be right. So moving on to the next, shall we move to the next topic, Ma? Anyone? Shall we move?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, Ma. So the next one is vocabulary. So before get into vocabulary, how many of you read books regularly, or how many of you good in vocabularies? Or yeah, how many of you read newspapers every day? You can post it in chat box. If it is yes means yes, no means also no problem. You can just post it. Guys, this is a very simple question, Pa. Whether you have a reading habit or not.
No.
No. Okay, no problem. Others? What about others? No responses. Okay, ma'am. Try to respond, okay? If is, those guys were rich in vocabulary. Because if you are reading book or any article or any novels like that, the word will be very eager to find out the meaning. Because the one word which you don't know the meaning of that word will be not able to understand that story or that book story or that article. So you will find that meaning. You will start trying to find out. That's why everyone asks you to read books. Okay. Or otherwise, you can watch stories, watch movies, good English films, but it should have good vocabulary. Okay. So those will work out, or otherwise, you can study 2 vocabulary per day. So at the end of the month, you know 60 vocabularies. So start practicing. Okay. By seeing the question itself, you will realize how the vocabulary is important in this section. Here you see, he was amenable to the whole situation, knowing when it was his mistake. Okay. If you know the meaning of amenable is cooperative, you can easily choose option A as the answer. Because in the question, here asking the nearly opposite in meaning. Okay. Here they are asked to pick the or choose the opposite word. You have to be clear in this one, whether they ask us to find out the opposite or synonym. Okay. So, if you know the meaning of the word amenable is cooperative, you can easily choose uncooperative. Or another one way, if you know the meaning of these 3 things, okay, and these 4 things, if you know the meaning, and if you try to put it in the sentence, it might be 50%, it might be give you a right answer, but not I'm not sure about 100. Okay. So, but I try to give you meaning of those 3 words related to the sentence. Persuadable, it's nothing but is another kind of word like amenable, like cooperative or trusting, something like that. I'm speaking related to the sentence. Okay. Biddable, meekly ready to accept and follow instructions. Docile is ready to accept control or instruction. Okay. One who is submissive, we can call them as docile. Okay. So the next question is, the whole town was in amity after the disaster struck. The second thing I said, no. If you know the meaning of these 3 things, A, B, D, then you can easily figure out the option C is the answer. You see, the whole town was an amenity after the disaster struck. If the disaster hit on that town, the situation may not be like affection, it's need of mercy, but it was not in mercy. Okay. Then lenity. Lenity is also like mercy, affection, or peace, something. Okay. So during the disaster struck, the situation is worse or hate by everyone. So these 3 words are more or less same. So we can easily eliminate these 3 words and our answer is malevolence or otherwise. The amity means friendliness or peace. Okay. The opposite, here they ask us to find out the opposite. So the opposite of amity is malevolence. It's nothing but hatred or not being liked by everyone. So according to the question, it's urgent situation, it's not liked by everyone. Okay. The third question. After 2 months of learning the code, he has become much agile with the technology. Can any one of you say what is the meaning of agile?
Free to move.
Free to move. Okay. Comparing with, yeah, flexible. Okay. you have to match it with the sentence and say, yeah, the meaning of again would be so many words, but you have to match up with the sentence. But good response. Okay, let me say, again is nothing but able to move, think quickly and easily. Okay, in fast manner. In fast manner. So we know that meaning of agile is something able to move, think quickly and easily. So according to that, we are going to eliminate the option. Brisk. Brisk is something related to energetic. If someone is energetic, then we can say them as he's a brisk person. He's a brisk one. You know that. So we will comment like that. Bustling. It's also the indirectly saying the quick or faster manner. Next, about nibble. Nibble is also a kind word of another kind word of agile. Okay, so these three gives a more or over the same meaning except sluggish. Sluggish is nothing but a slow moving or inactive. Okay, slow moving or inactive. So the right opposite meaning of agile is sluggish. The question itself, they are asking most near the opposite. Okay, it need not to be damn correct. From the options, you have to choose the opposite meaning to again. Okay. Shall we move to the parajumbles? Guys, yes. Super Bakshay. So, parajumbles, the very first question you are going to solve now. Try to solve. Yeah, I know that answer is already displayed, but anyhow, you just come to a conclusion why the answer is like that. Okay, if already I just given the answers, right? You just say me why the answer is in this form. You just explain me. Try to explain. Anyhow, many of them see it. But yesterday batch, no one find out. Here there is an answer. They just solve it. Afterwards, only I said. In below itself, they given the answer. So okay, in the bottom itself, they given the answer, right? So any one of you, can you please explain why those positions is occupied by A, B, C, D, E, or F? Can you please explain the proper sequence?
Ma'am, basically this paragraph tells about the process of how you can become a member at the library and how you can issue a book. So it starts,
Okay.
going to the library. That is the very first step. So B, then A is basically
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Others, please listen to him. Okay. Yeah. Just start.
Yeah, ma'am. So B is basically to go to the library and see the clerk to become a member. So that is the very first step. You need to go to the library. The next
Okay.
A, because they'll take before issuing a membership, probably they'll take a promise, a letter of promise wherein a form to just become a member. So that is the second.
Mm.
Third is again D is basically they'll give you 3 tickets with your name. Because you need to issue a book, so you need tickets to issue a book. That is what the paragraph conveys. Then we go to C, because now you need to select the books that you would like to take, right? So that then
Mm.
comes C. Then once you're taking the book, you need to again go back to the clerk so that they can issue it. So there comes option E, which is he stamps the book with the date. And then you need to submit one of the tickets. If you have issued around like two books, then you submit two tickets. So that is why your option F at the end, wherein the clerk keeps the tickets until you return the books. So that is the closing statement.
Brilliant. Super. Good explanation. If anyone is interesting to explain again, super, ma. Great job. Anyone is willing to explain again? Guys?
No.
No. Okay, fine. So what he said is right. Okay. So I'm just give you a glance about it. I hope you hear what he said. So the first step must be statement B. Here they are talking something about library. So the first, by going with the sequence of events, the first step for becoming a member would be to go there, and then you have to sign a form regarding it. Then they will, by acknowledging you as a member, they give you your tickets. Okay. Then by your wish, you will choose the books. Then you go back to the clerk. He will stamp the book with the date. The clerk keeps the ticket until you return the books. So this is what the procedure done in library. And once in a lifetime, we all experience this one. Definitely. In the very first day of our library. So we can easily form the sequence. And one important thing is, in the question paper, in the placement question paper, if they are asking two para jumbles, means the first one might be in the medium level or easy level, okay, like this way. The first or second question is very easy. Another one question might be a time consuming one, okay, then the first or second one. So you have to save time like these sets of questions. You can easily save time because we experienced. And you have to spend the time what you saved here in the another question. Okay. So which should be the first sentence in the paragraph? So it's B. The second question is, which should be the fourth sentence in the paragraph? The option is C. So the next one. Yeah, again, try to explain. Anyone, guys? Guys, anyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
So basically, we will have to first choose the opening statement to the para jumble, right? So
yeah.
out of it, we can first of all eliminate E option, because they said that the only difference now seems. So it doesn't look like an introduction passage. So we'll just eliminate that for now. Starting with A, the history of mankind is full of such fighting. So they're telling full of such fighting. So this is also not an indication of an opening statement, because we have to mention fighting somewhere as an introductory line. Then probably this can follow. B says that from the primitive weapon of warfare, man has advanced to the modern nuclear weapons. So it actually talks about it can be a probable opening statement, but we could have given something about weapons or warfare in general as an introductory statement, and then this could have followed. C says that ever since the dawn of civilization, man has been fighting with man. Now this is an introductory statement because it is a very general statement, and it can actually open to a lot of interpretations. So that is why C is the introductory statement. Now, once the concept is set that is basically fighting with man, now how it is fighting and I mean with whom it is fighting is the second question. So then we can tell that A is the second one which follows because it says that the history of mankind is full of such fighting between communities, nations, and people. So it is now clarifying that with whom it is fighting. Now we have to understand that how it is fighting. So then B is a better option because it says that from the primitive weapon of warfare, man has advanced to modern nuclear weapon. So then that is, or we can have another option which D, which is that a modern war is a scientific in character. But then better option is B because it actually opens the statement to modern nuclear weapons. So then after C, A, we can place B. Since it is already telling that it is advanced to modern nuclear weapons in B, then we can put D because it discusses how the modern weapon is basically it is scientific in nature and all of those things. So then D and E is merely a concluding statement which tells that the only difference now seems to be in the efficiency of the instruments used for killing each other. So that is why the order can be C, A, B, D, E.
Superb, Akshay. Great. Okay. I hope you are clear with Akshay's statement. Okay. Brilliant, Akshay. Superb. Really, I am impressed. So, what is Akshay said is right. Okay. Just I am going to give you a glance or a quick recap about it. So, by seeing the options, or from the looking into the very first word itself, it's if you can see the word C, if you can see the option C, ever since the dawn of civilization. From seeing this statement, we can easily say this is the introductory of the paragraph. Okay, we can definitely come into this conclusion. It might be or it should be the introductory of the paragraph. Next, first the introduction is which shows that. The next one is the history of mankind is full of such fighting between communities. From the primitive weapon, a modern war, the only difference. So before going to the D and E, we should know what is the existing method before the modern war and all. So compared to A and B, the history of mankind is full of such fighting between communities, nations, and people. From the primitive weapon of warfare, man has advanced to the modern nuclear weapons. So from these two options, we can easily settle the second position will be held by A because the history is speaking here. Okay. Then, so CA, the next one is B, D, E are remaining. So from here, from the primitive weapon of warfare, man has advanced to the modern nuclear weapons. So if we chose a D, means before that something the existing would be spoken. They would given the option B. So it would be a right option to fit on the third position. So CAB. After that, the modern war would be spoken. Next one is E. Okay. So it's CABBE. I know Akshay explained it very well. Okay. So only I'm just giving a glance in it. Akshay, you are superb, ma. You explained it. You killed it. Or you nailed it. I can say like that. So which would be the first sentence in the paragraph? So once you done with the arrangement, we can easily mark the answers. It's C. And the second sentence is A. So we are going to English sentence correction. Okay. So a migraine typically afflicts one side of the head, lasts for hours or days, and may recur as infrequently as once every other month or often as daily. So in the PPT itself, they given the answer and the explanation as plus adjective or adverb plus as. If something is followed by us in the starting or ending, the mid word is adjective or adverb, then it would be start with us and end as us. Okay. So in the underlined word often, the next they given as us. So in before to often also it should be us should be present. So if you see the option is as often, here they given us or often, so we can eliminate it here or often, here or often. We know that often is adverb, so as often as. Then in E option also they are given us as often as. Here you see as frequently as. Okay, so we can't remove the as at the starting of the infrequently word. So the option E is E, we can eliminate it. So the right option is C. Sorry, B. So the next question is, a majority of the international journalists survey view nuclear power station as unsafe at present, but that they will or could be made sufficiently safe in the future. Okay. So seeing the choice A is incorrect for the reason stated above. And in B also the same errors as in choice A. And would we cannot use would here. You may ask why. I would explain in the option E. Okay. Then they will be or could. Pronouns like they appears as the subject of the second independent class, and a majority of the international journalists survey view nuclear power station as unsafe at present. So, in the subject of first independent class, the placement of they is such that it refers to the subject of the first independent class that makes the sentence illogical. Okay, so we can eliminate the C option. Then D. Think that they will be or could. If you put D option here, it sounds good, and the it's an appropriate option. Then why the answer is not E? Use of would is incorrect in the sentence when the reported speech is in the present tense. Then the future tense verb in the statement would be will. Okay. So would not be present here. So the right option is D. Moving on to the next. A little under a million years ago, the briny waters of the Baltic Sea began flooding into a cold North Atlantic. Geologists are still debating whether the flood was gradual or created a cataclysm. So by seeing the sentence itself, something there parallelism between two adjectives. In answer option, we should see the parallelism between two objectives. The option should have the parallelism between two adjectives. Okay. So seeing here whether the flood was gradual or created a cataclysm. So here the created is a wrong fit of the word. Next, if the flood was gradual, yeah. Some of your mic is unmute. Guys. Yeah, Akshay, can you please? Akshay. Amartya, can you please unmute yourself?
Sorry, ma'am. I just joined back because of a power failure, so it switched on.
Yeah, okay. Okay, ma'am. No issues. So if the flood was gradual, then it's not an appropriate one. Then about whether it's a logical thing, about whether No, it's not. This is the parallelism between two adjectives. Whether the flood was gradual or cataclysmic. Okay. So the right answer is B. To know all these things, you start practice now. Okay. If you practice by yourself only, you can easily find out the answer. Even though I explain it n times, it might be quite difficult for you to understand. If you start practice by yourself, it will be very easy to understand. Okay, so today you just after the session, you just go and take any reference materials and solve it by yourself. Okay. So this question, a huge flying reptile that died out with the dinosaurs some 65 million years ago. The Quetzalcoatlus had a wingspan of 36 feet, believed to be the largest flying creature the world has ever seen. Here you see, habit is more appropriate for the simple reason that you cannot use the present tense to be, as it will mean that the animals are still existent. On the contrary, have been denotes that the animals existed in the past but are not so at this point. So we use have been as the as in the answer option. So the only option holds have been in its sentence is C. So the answer is C. The final one is a large rise in the number of housing apartments in the coming year should boost new construction dollars by several $billion, making the construction industry's economic health much more robust than 5 years ago. By reading this sentence, we can easily understand the non-underlying part or cause and the underlying part or effect. But we don't know whether it's purposefully done or not. Okay. If they mention in the question, if any words are related to be like purposefully done or done, means we can take it in that manner. If not mentioned like that, if the question is like this, we should not consider this is a cause, this might be an outcome or not, or this might be an outcome, but logically, intently or not intently. Okay. This might be an outcome, but purposefully might be done, may not be done. So if you analyze choice C, you can notice that the first part of the sentence, okay, the non-underlying part, seems to be a cause lead to effect, which is later part of the sentence. Underlying part. In short, the answer choice C is the outcome of what has happened in the non-underlying part. So the second part of sentence is an outcome of the first part, but not an purposefully intended outcome. Okay. So we are choosing C. But some of you may ask, why not B? If the statement starts at and, then it shows or refers that the effect is intently happened. Okay. But here we don't know whether it's intently done or not. So we are going with the option C. So the next one is prepositions. So it's very easy for you guys, I know. So I'm just stop my presentation and I'm going to read out the question. You are going to say the answer, okay? Okay, shall we move to the prepositions? 1 minute. Guys, are you ready to answer? Guys, time is running out.
Yes,
yeah. So the very first question, my head was hurting, so I asked my roommate to cook food dash me. Okay.
for me.
Super. Others? What about others? Okay, the option is A of, B for, C to, D with. Guys,
Or
for. Yeah. So, here there is an indication of the reason or because of. Okay. My head was hurting is the reason. So, we are using for as a preposition. So, this is what the explanation. So, the second question is the passenger car sales showed a decline dash 7% to 5.6%. Options are of, from, to, for.
from.
Super
Of.
good. What ma?
Nothing.
No. Okay. Any answers? Don't worry whether it may be right or wrong. Okay. Just try it out. That's what important. So the answer is from when there is a change of things. Okay. We use from. Like in this question, 7% to 5.6%. It's a change, right? So the answer is from. Next question. A good judge never grows. That's the conclusion. Option on, for, to, with. A good judge never gropes. That's the conclusion.
Can you tell the options again, man?
On, for, to, with.
Ma'am, the question again.
To.
A good judge what?
A good judge never gropes. That's the conclusion. A good judge
To,
never.
ma'am. Is it to?
No.
Options, ma'am.
On, for, to, with.
For.
Yeah, for. Okay. Let me say the answer. Why? Here is also the indication of the reason part. A good judge. A judge is good, so only he never gropes the conclusion. Or because of good judge, he never gropes the conclusion. Okay, gropes for the conclusion. So the answer is 4. The next one is it is dangerous to enter dash the enemy's camp. Option A or in, on, by, into. It is dangerous to enter dash the enemy's camp. In, on, by, into.
Into.
Good. Into. Because here to indicate the direction, we use into as a preposition. Okay. The direction is nothing but the enemy's camp. Good, ma. Good. The last one. He was vexed dash Zogan for his behavior. He was vexed dash Zogan for his behavior at, upon, to, with. He was vexed dash Zogan for his behavior at, upon, to, with. Yeah.
At.
What ma?
At 80.
At. Okay, we can see. Others? 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 What about others? So the answer is with. Usually, when we're talking about people, we use with. Okay. So he was vexed with Sohan for his behavior. It's not he was vexed at Sohan. It's not specified like a duration or time. So only we will use a with at. So the next one is tenses. Moving on to the tenses. Nowadays, people dash text messages instead of phoning. I hope my screen is visible to you. Okay. So the answer is are sending. My screen is visible to you, right? Guys? Yes, good. So from the part instead of phoning, it is understood that the action specified by the word to be fitted on the blank is in contrast to the earlier conventional action of phoning. So the conventional action is phoning, new action is texting. Okay. So the new action which are in contrast to the conventional actions ought to be presented in present continuous tense. So the only present continuous tense in the given option is are sending. So the next one is he dashed 3 books and he is working on another one. To refer to something that happened at the indefinite time in the past, we use the present perfect of the verb. So the present perfect of the verb is has written. So before we get into solve this tenses, you have to know the 3 forms of verb mark. Okay, V1 form, V2 form, and V3 form. Like write, wrote, written. Okay, and the format of tenses. What is the format for present continuous? What is the format for past continuous? You should know. It just take 1 to 2 hours to study. If you are good at it, good. If not, just study it more. The third question is, if Jack dash, they would probably win. So play, had played, plays, was playing. So the given sentence, okay, is a conditional statement. Here the main class is given in future, would win. So the conditional class should be present in present tense. So one such verb form is given only in option C. So answer is plays. The next one is here the action. The next question. Here the action. In a few years, they dash a cure for the flu fear. So here we may say here the action that will be completed before some other point in future. But he doesn't. But in the question, they doesn't specify the period or the right time. So it's something between the few years or between in future. Definitely they will find out the medicine for it. So your answer should be in the future perfect tense. So the option is will have discovered. Okay. Yeah. He broke his leg when he dashed football. In the first part of sentence, it is in past. Broke is nothing but past form. So your second part, if this sentence is continuing or if the scenario is continuing means you just use past continuous. So your answer is was playing. So the last topic is English sentence completion. It's very easy. In some of the question, in the question itself, there is a hint word. Okay. You have to just match out the hint word with the option. Here you see, microbiologists struggle to find what was dash about the microbe what made it so different from the others in order for it to be unaffected by the virus. Here you see, made it so different is the hint word. Okay, you have to find it out. So the equivalent meaning is unique. If someone is different, means we call them as unique. He's a unique person. She's a unique one. Okay, but it but it need not to be in all the question. In some of the question, or in some rare cases, in the question itself, they didn't mention any hint words. You have to just try to match out the options with the sentence. Okay. In the second one, the best term to explain the approach teachers take to develop lesson plans today would be a dash, because they depend upon material from such a variety of sources, ideologies, disciplines, and methodologies. Okay. So, if you know the meaning of eclectic is a variety, eclectic means diverse of range. Okay. So, it's like a variety of something, then you can easily mark the hint word as variety, or if you find out the variety as hint word, you can, if you know the meaning of eclectic, you can choose it as an answer. So for solving all these things, you have to practice. Okay, start practice. The last question: not all countries benefit dash from liberalization. The benefits tend to be dash first to the advantage and to those with the right educations to be able to benefit from the opportunities. You see, in this question, we can't find out the hint word, but if it is, you just put the first option in the blank. Okay, not all the countries benefit equally from liberalization. Yeah, it sounds good, and it also seems to be right. But in the second one, the benefits tend to be generate first to the advantage. Whether we generate first to the advantage, benefits tends to generate first to the advantage. No, it's something messy, right? So this we are going to second option, richly. Not all countries benefit richly from liberalization. So it's not like that. It won't fit. Then suitable, definitely it won't. The option D is judiciously. Okay, not all countries benefit judiciously from liberalization. So judiciously is something done with good judgment. Okay, done with good judgment. So the benefits tends to facilitate first to the advantage and to those with the right educations. Facilitate means making an action or process easy or easier. So the right option is judiciously and facilitate. Any doubts so far? Or shall we move to the next one? TCS NQT. Numerical ability. Can we move to the numerical ability?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to give you one question. It's like puzzle, okay? So you just, oh, the answers. Okay. You just try to solve it, ma. You just try to solve it. I think you all know the answer is 20. But for me, how you get the 20, you just post it in answer. Okay. What are the numbers you add together to get 20? You just post it. I mean, like 6, 7, 1. That way you have to post. 1 minute or 1 sec. I'm just muting myself. You just solve. I will give 5 minutes for you. Just post your answers in the chat box. Any answers? Please try to solve. I don't
Ma'am,
need the answer as 20. How do you find out the solution as 20? What are the numbers you
you
added
can
together
see
to
6,
get
7, and
20?
5
You
months.
just post that. Post that one. Okay. Okay, good. Others just post. I'm just muting myself. Okay. You have to post like Anurag, 7 plus 8 plus 5. Yeah. Super Bakshay and Anurag and Anish, you just post like that way, ma. Good, Aman. Try to solve others. The time is running, ma. Try to solve. It's very easy. It's like puzzle, right? Try to solve. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 responses. What about others? Okay. Only 1 minute for you guys. You can just see the perspective of thinking or the analyzing to solve this question. I said in the thesis digital, right? Everyone's perception is differ from others, or approaching the question is differ. You see, Aman is adding 6 plus 5 plus 1 plus 8 to get 20. But remaining people add 7 plus 8 plus 5 to get 20. Okay. So that's what the perception of thinking or approaching the question is differ. But both of you get the answer as 20 at last. Your answer is right, but the way to find out the solution is differ. It's okay. Anyhow, it's right. Okay, let me solve. I'm just going to use pen in the PPT. So I will be put PPT in slideshow mode. If you have any doubts or anything, you just unmute yourself and speak because I can't see the chat box. Okay. From first question itself, we try to solve. So this one. 1 second. So Brinda and Shanti run in opposite direction on a circular track. So let me take Okay. Let the length of the track be x. Okay. Next, they first meet after Brinda has run 100 meters. The next meet after Shanti has run 150 meters past their first meeting point. Each girl runs at a constant speed. What is the length of the track in meter? So, in the first meet, okay, in first time together, you have to understand this one. In first time together, they run half of the circumference. Here they given a circular track, so I am taking the circumference. So half of the circumference is nothing but x by 2. Okay. Next, in second time, they run full circumference. So it's nothing but x. Okay. Now we can easily write the given data for Brinda and Shanti for the meet. Brinda and Shanti. For first meet, this is for second. Okay. So they explicitly given that Brinda has run 100 meters. So we can write 100. So what about the Shanti ma? So she also covered the half of the circumference. We denote the half of the circumference as x by 2. And you have to minus the Brinda's one. Okay. Next. Shanti. In the second meet, the next meet is nothing but second meet. After Shanti has run 150 meters past their first meeting, each girl has run at a constant speed. Okay, let me, don't assume this is Brinda and Shanti. Wait a minute. Okay. So this is for first meet only. This is for Brinda and this is for Shanti. First meet. Let me do like this way. Then for second. Okay. Second for Brinda and Shanti. For Shanti, it's explicitly given that 150 meters. Okay. So in second time, they run full circumference. So x minus Shanti coverage. It's 150. Now, what is the length of the track in meters? To find out that, you have to use distance covered by Brinda during their first meet divided by distance covered by Brinda during second meet. Okay. So first meet is 100 divided by, in the second meet, Brinda covered x minus 150 equal to, in first meet, Shanti covered x by 2 minus 100. In second meet, Shanti covered 150. You just cross multiply it. Okay. So it's like 100 into 150 is equal to x minus 150 into x by 2 minus 100. So it's 15000 is equal to x squared by 2 minus 100x minus 150 x by 2 plus 15000. So I can cancel these two things. I hope you know how to get this one. So bring back to the one side. So it's x squared by 2 minus 350. Yeah, let it be this way. 100x minus 150 x by 2 is equal to 0. You just multiply by 2 on both sides. So you get the equation as x squared minus 350x is equal to 0. So x squared is equal to 350x. So x equal to 350. Okay. This is how the answer is 350. So moving on to the next question. A 70 feet pole stands vertically in a horizontal plane, supported by three 490 feet wires, all attached to the top of the pole. Pulled and anchored to three equally spaced points in the plane. How many feet apart are any two of these anchor points? So let me draw first. So this is nothing but that. This is a pole, and this is equally spaced thing. If you join these equally spaced one, you just have the equator triangle. And we can take this as a radius, and they given 70 feet pole, and the horizontal plane supported by 490 feet wires. Okay, these are the three dots, three equally spaced points. So the wires will be equally spaced at the circumference of a circle. The 3 points will form an equilateral triangle with the sides of the triangle equal to the shortest distance between 2 points. Let the side of a triangle be BA. Sides of the triangle BA, and R is nothing but radius of circumference circle of the given triangle. So thus side of the triangle A is equal to root 3R. Now from this we can easily write 490 squared is nothing but R squared plus 70 squared. Okay. So just try to solve it. R squared is equal to 490 squared plus 70 squared. Sorry, minus 70 squared. So I get R squared equal to taking 70 outside. So it's 70 squared outside. 7 minus 1. So it's equal to R squared is equal to this 70 into 4 root 3. Okay. Next, we know that A is equal to root 3 of R. Let me write it clearly here. R is equal to 70 into 4 root 3. If you try to solve this, we can get R is equal to 74 root 3. Just substitute here. Let me write it. So A equal to root 3R. This is the formula we have to know. So substitute the R value, 280 into root 3. It's nothing but 840 feet. Okay. Moving on to the next question. You are trying to solve it, ma'am. This is very easy question.
Ma'am, can you go to the previous question?
Yeah.
What is that A equals to 3 root R? How did we get that equation?
It's actually you just see, it's sides of the triangle, okay? So basic, to know about it, how to say, root 3 of, wait a minute. If you are going to find out the sides of the triangle, it's A equal to root 3 into R bar. This is formula. You have to know it. Okay. You have to know this one. Yeah, you see, how you frame this 490 squared equal to R squared plus 7 squared?
Pythagoras theorem.
Yeah, like that only. This one we all know, so you are easily able to catch it. Like that, this is also one. So the next one, this question we are going to solve. Just solve it and post your answers. Take your time and solve it.
66.5 kgs.
66.5. Can you please check your answer? Yeah, Anshul, it's right. Good, pa. 84 kg. Take your time and solve it. Just post your answer, whatever you get, whether it might be wrong, right or wrong, no issues. Just try to solve. Good. Bharat. Amartya Bharat.
Yes, ma'am.
Good, Amartya Bharat. Arjun, good. What about others? Anurag. Good, ma'am. Good. Good, Abhishek. Guys, it's a very easy sum. Guys, try to solve. Only very few response. 2 to 4, 5, 6. Only 6 responses. $55, yeah, nearly 54 on the meet, but only 5 responses. Good. Anish. I need half of the response form. 25 should respond or post your answer. What happened to others? Okay, enough time was given, ma'am. I'm going to show you another question. Okay, try to solve this. Try to solve this first. After completing this one, I will solve 3 questions. AA1 will be covered by myself. Remaining topics will be covered by another trainers. Okay. By the diagram itself, we can easily solve using the diagram. You just approach logically. Guys, yeah, solve it now. Thank you for your response, Anish. Okay. I will solve it.
Mom,
Yeah.
now please scroll down on the charts, mom. A lot of people have answered.
Oof. Sorry, ma. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah, it's right. It's 144.
Uh, Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. Hi.
Ma'am is uh, I'm not getting 144, ma'am.
Okay, I will explain you, ma. I just ask you to try, okay? I will explain those three questions. First, Asha and Usha, that question, this question, and another 6 plus 1 plus 8. That question also I will solve. Okay, let me solve. Okay. When Asha and Usha stand on a weighing scale, okay, let me take Asha as A, Usha as U. I think some of your mic is unmute. Please mute it. Yeah. U and stand on a weighing scale together. So you have to add. The reading shows 151 kg. Okay. So it's A plus U is equal to 151. Next, when Usha and Isha, let me take Isha as I, stand together on the same weighing scale, the reading is 132 kg. So it's Usha plus Isha is equal to 132 kg. Next, they are given that Isha and Asha stand together, the reading is 115. Isha and Asha is 115. So let me take this as first equation, second, third. Okay. So I'm going to add all these equations. You may write like solving first two equation and substituting, like you may done. Some of you might done like that, or some of you might done like me. So no issues. Your final answer should be 84. Yeah. So I'm adding. So it's 2a plus 2u plus 2I is equal to 151 plus 132 plus 115 is 398. Okay. Let me take this as common, 2 as common, 398. So A plus U plus I is equal to 199. So in question, they asked me to find out Usha. So to find out Usha, I just want to know the value of I and A. If you just check the third equation, I plus A is equal to 115. So you just substitute here 115 plus U is equal to 199. So U is nothing but 199 minus 115. It's nothing but 84 kg. I hope you all are clear. Moving on to the next. Okay. This is what I said. Using diagram, you can easily solve. You just see in the figure shown, each side of the outer square is divided into 4 equal segments. The shaded square in the middle is of the area of 18 square. And it's also said the 4 equal segments. So the middle is 18, okay? If it was equally shared, means the remaining 4 squares also carry the value of 18. Okay. Now you see this triangle is nothing but half of the square. You may ask how. You just see. I'm just extending one line from it. Okay. I'm just joining this line here. This is the square. I may not draw a line in a straight way, but anyhow, this is a square. If you done in your paper, you may get. So half of 18. So it's 9. Okay. Then corners. The corner area would share this half of 9. So it's 4.5. The area would be small. So it's 4.5. Now you have to add all those things. So it's 18 plus 18 plus 18. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 2, 3, yeah, 4, 5 plus 9, 4 nines and 4 corners. Okay. Or either you can do it like this way. Your answer would be 144. So, I hope you all are clear. We can solve using the traditional method also, but it's time consuming. So, this is the easiest way to solve. If they give diagram. The next one is, there are 8 houses built in a line and they contain valuables worth 6, 7, 1, 3, 8, 2, 4, 5 lakh rupees respectively. A thief is going to steal the maximum values in these houses, but he cannot steal in 2 adjacent houses because the owner of the stolen house will tell his 2 neighbors on the left and right side what is the maximum value in lakhs that can be stolen by the thief. Okay, first you have to keep an eye on highest value in the given values. Okay, first you have to keep the eye on the highest value. So from these values, the highest value is nothing but 8. So in your answer, this 8 should be present. Okay. So according to that, you have to add the things or you have to give the idea to steal. So there are 2 answers. The first, some of you find out like 7, 8, 5. The second one is 6, 1. Yeah, it's 6, 1, 8, 5. So let us check first this one. So first, definitely in my answer, 8 should be present in my solution. So I'm choosing 6. If I choose 7, then 8 wouldn't be present. So I'm choosing 6. Let me write it here. 6, 7, 1, 3, 8, 2, 4, 5. In the question, they said he cannot steal in 2 adjacent houses because the owner of the stolen house will tell his 2 neighbors on the left and right side. So now I chose 6. So he may tell to his left side, but in left side there is no one. So definitely he would tell to 7. So cancel out 7. Next I am choosing 1. Okay. 1 says to 7. 7 already knows. Then 1 says to 3. So cancel out 3. Next you choose 8. 8 says to 3 and 2. So cancel these 2 things. Then seeing on 4 and 5, the 5 is a greater value compared to 4. So I am choosing 5. So you get 20 lakhs. This is the one method of solving or one logical approach to this question. Another one is this one. 8, the highest amount. The next highest amount is 7. Okay. So 6, 7, 1, 3, 8, 2, 4, 5. So first I choose 8. So 8 says to 3 and 2. Next I am choosing 7. So 7 says to 6 and 1. So comparing, so the remaining one is 4 and 5. Comparing to get the highest value, I am choosing 5. So 7 plus 8 plus 5 is nothing but 20 lakhs. I know most of you done this sum, but anyhow, I am explaining to those who not understand or those who not solve this. Okay. Any doubts so far, ma? guys? Any doubt so far?